All right, everybody, so welcome back to another episode of Colton Posey Fishing. So today we're going to be talking about how to catch fish in a pond. So I know a lot of y'all fish ponds. I've got a lot of questions about pond fishing, so we're just kind of going to cover this. It's very, very simple, and you can relate a lot of this stuff to lake or river systems also. So, you know, this may be something you don't want to skip over, even though you may not be pond fishing. So either way, guys, stay tuned. It's something you don't want to miss. Oh, was it? All right. That's it. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, but sorry. Cull all these babies. Because the last two that's hit this are so daggum small, they couldn't. That's fine. I catch bass too. Nice. There you go. Huh? That's good. Just say the great one. Yeah, that's probably it. Yep. Oh, what we're gonna do? Don't let us get in the trees there, sir. Oh, there he goes. Saying. I don't think so. Watch him. Hey. I'll be able to stand it. Okay. Yeah. Toad? That's a good one.
I think he would have made it.
Yeah, I think he would have too.
Somewhere.
He was in there. He thought about it. He said, do I want to hook this man? He said, do I want to hook this man? 11. Dude, he choked that joker. Huh? He broke wind.
Huh?
He broke wind.
Then my GoPro cut off again.
Oh. He wanted that, didn't he?
He turned off again. Dang.
I hope I got that on there, because
Yours is still recording. It's crazy how they can get hot that quick and then.
well, that's one of the things I read about the 10s. People were having a lot of issues with. Dang. Bro, he choked that. Barely even felt him bite, dude. Step on him. Oh, hey, hit that trolling motor. They done hit the wrong button. All right.
You did hit the wrong button, sir.
I did. I hit constant. It did. Like straight up towards the bank. There you go. Hey. There we go. Yeah, but you don't, you just ain't got that, touch.
Got the touch.
Look, watch, look, watch this.
I firmly believe.
Watch. Look.
I firmly believe they do like the gold flash better than the silver. Oh. Humming. Oh my goodness, I got a brim on a
No.
spinnerbait. On a spinnerbait.
That is a gigantic brim. Look at this sucker.
Look how big that is. The way he hit it and pulled straight down,
That's
I
a
thought
pretty
I had a big
brim.
bass.
Dude, the brim in here fight so much better than the bass. Remember, we used to come up here just to get some practice in because the fish fought so good. Didn't matter what size you caught. All right, so one of the first things we're going to talk about a super tiny fluke, okay? So this is a Zoom Super Fluke Junior. It's just a small fluke is all it is. I mean, you can buy it in multiple colors. I keep it simple, white, green pumpkin, stuff like that, especially for pond fishing. White typically when the water is pretty muddy, green pumpkin when it's clear. So just remember that when you're choosing your colors. But all I do is I use a super small size 2 KVD extra wide gap finesse hook. And what I do is I rig it straight through the head, just like this. And I will actually keep coming down till I get about right here. And either way, I'm gonna keep coming down and then I'm gonna come straight out the back with the hook and then pull it down where it's over my knot. And then it's gonna hang out just like this. Now, this does not make it weedless, okay? So if you're wanting to make it weedless, you can get a, just your regular extra wide gap hook, like maybe I'd say probably about a 1/0, 2/0 maybe for this right here. It's the biggest 2/0. And you know, you can Texas rig it, make it weedless, but we're fishing a lot of open water, so I'm not really worried about making it weedless. It makes this bait real erratic and stuff. They grab it, you got them. So it's a really cool technique, gives the bait a great action because it doesn't really have that much resistance. So, you know, your super tiny fluke, that's a great option. All right, so another option, let's just say you're gonna go the cheapest route that you can. Let's say you get a casting rod and you get a spinning rod, okay? So spinning rod, I would go definitely with a medium action rod. Just if you're gonna have a spinning rod, you can use just about anything you want to on it. But one of the baits that I like to throw on a spinning rod, besides the tiny fluke, is rooster tail. So a lot of people don't know about a rooster tail, or a lot of people know about a rooster tail, but they just don't use it a whole lot. Pond fishing, creek fishing, river systems, lake systems, doesn't really matter. I mean, you'll catch brim, you'll catch bass, you'll catch crappie, you'll catch all different kinds of stuff off a simple rooster tail, and you just throw it out there and you reel it in. I mean, it's about as simple as you can get. It just catches fish. You can go with orange, you can go with chartreuse, you can get a white, you can get a black, you can get all different kind of colors. So, you know, choose whatever colors you like. Orange is great, especially in super muddy water. They can target that bait real easy. And then, you know, your chartreuse is going to mimic brim and stuff like that really well, small brim. And then, you know, your white can mimic shad. Just keep your color selection simple. It's very, very simple. Now, another one I want to talk about is just a simple Texas rig. So just your simple Texas rig worm. This is a plum color. This is a Zoom U-tail. And I would definitely say, if you're going to be fishing ponds a lot, I would definitely go with the U-tail and not a Magnum. But either way, just your standard 3/0 Gamakatsu EWG hook. You can go with a super line. I usually use a super line a lot just because you can get up in heavy cover stuff. This is a deep throat hook because we're catching a lot of smaller fish today. We're trying to cull these smaller fish out of the pond. So super deep throat hook helps a lot, especially if you're targeting small fish. I peg my weight, use a tungsten weight, use a lead weight. It doesn't matter, whatever you can afford, whatever you feel comfortable using. I use tungsten just because I have for years and I have a lot of confidence in it. So either way, if you don't want to spend the money, the lead's fine. But you know, if you're looking into the rod market, I would definitely suggest a medium heavy. 7 foot to a 7'3" medium heavy. I would go with that option over any other casting rod, just because you can throw anything on it. You can use it for a frog, you can use it for a Texas rig, you can use it swim bait, spinner bait. It doesn't really matter. Medium heavy is a good all-around option, especially for bass fishing. So you know, 7 foot to 7'3" medium heavy Texas rig, soft plastics, your worms, your crawfish, stuff like that. Like I always say, keep the color selection simple. I have like 3 or 4 colors that I use, and that's it. It works everywhere, so keep that super simple. All right, now another option that you can do is a spinner bait. Spinner baits, they are renowned on lakes, rivers, ponds, creeks. It doesn't really matter. I use a spinner bait just about everywhere, but what I would suggest is if you're going to use a spinner bait, use a willow to a Colorado kicker. Colorado kicker is going to be, your kicker blade is going to be the one that's in the middle of the spinner bait here. Your big blade right here, I would suggest a willow blade. War Eagle's a great brand. Booyah's a great brand. There are several other great brands out there. Spot Sticker. You know, just pick and choose kind of what you want. I usually stick to the white and chartreuse no matter what's going on, especially in pond systems. If it gets super muddy, I'll go to like a river rat. That's where this kicker blade right here will be orange. But a lot of times in ponds and stuff, it's just not necessary because there's a huge concentration of fish in certain areas. So, you know, picking out those areas, you know, we're going to go over that here in just a minute. But either way, this is a 7'3" medium heavy. Like I said, I would just go with a medium heavy if you're trying to select a rod action to use for pond fishing, creek fishing, lake fishing. Doesn't really matter. If you're on a low budget, just go with a medium heavy. You'll be happy with it, I promise. All right, guys, so you know, well, Spur Mountain brought this to my attention. This is actually 7 foot. Okay, so 7 foot medium heavy, but 7 foot, 7'3" is really good. You know, if you do a lot of dropping on your spinner bait, like bringing it out of cover and stuff like that, you know, just letting it fall at the end of timber or grass or anything like that, 7'3" may be the option you want to go with, just simply because you can bring up that slack line a lot quicker. But 7 foot, 7'3", it doesn't really matter as long as it's medium heavy. All right, so let's talk about the areas that you're going to go to locate these fish. So in ponds, it's, you know, it kind of depends if you're fishing a small pond, if you're fishing a big pond, whatever, but it's going to be very similar either way. So like one of the ponds that I grew up fishing as a kid, it was just a super small round pond, maybe an acre at the most. So maybe an acre. Super small pond, had some trees, had some reeds coming up out of the water. I mean, that was about it. Maybe a few limbs and stuff in the water, and a couple poles that was sticking up out of the water from an old fence that used to run through it. So I'm going to hit those high percentage areas. So I'm going to fish around the reeds, but the key to bank fishing is you definitely want to hit stuff at an angle. So typically people's going to be just throwing from the bank to the middle and bringing it right back to you. Try not to do that near as much. It's not a bad thing to do that, but at the same time, it's a good idea to hit this stuff at an angle, and it'll help you learn a lot about how the fish react to certain baits and stuff like that coming at a certain angle. So when you do go out on a lake, when you do go river fishing or anything like that, you're going to start putting patterns together and figuring this stuff out a lot quicker. So, you know, like back up over here, we're going to turn the camera over here. So where the limb comes out right here, you know, if I'm standing on the bank, instead of throwing straight out towards the boat, I'm gonna angle myself and cast the bait down the side of the bank and try to bring the bait in front of that limb itself. Doing stuff like that, angling on cover and then points and limbs, trees, reeds, whatever's in the water, will help you catch a lot more fish, because a lot of times these fish, they're going to position themselves to ambush. They're predators. That's just the way they act. That's the way predators work. And it's no different with fish. They're going to position themselves in a way where they feel like they can't be seen, but when something comes by, they're able to grab it without it, you know, having to run it down or anything like that, because they're not going to waste a whole lot of energy if they don't have to on an easy meal. So it's pretty simple, guys. So, you know, if you have any questions about pond fishing or anything like that, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know. Also, like, subscribe. If the video helps you at all, if my videos help you at all, make sure to like. It helps me a ton. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, like I said, subscribe. I'm always putting out all different kinds of fishing stuff. It's a community we've built here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that. We're all just anglers trying to learn. That's what we strive to do here over at Colton Posey Fishing. So also, if you want to become a member, $2 a month. You get my content early, so you get access to the videos up to a week early, and then you can ask your questions early. So, you know, it may be something you want to invest in to help me. If you don't, that's fine. I completely understand, but I appreciate it either way, guys. I'll see you next time. Pollen. That better? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Dude, I've had that rod since 2019, and I swear I thought it was 7'3".